Dear students, we are going to discuss now. The last class, I think, have just told you that I have introduced the syllabus to you, and I told you what is the difference between classical mechanics and quantum mechanics. Today, we are going to start with unit number one, and in that unit number one, we are going to study the first sub point, that is wave particle duality. Now listen here. You know that see all of you right from your 12th class, you have been learning that light exhibits dual nature. It sometimes behaves like a particle and sometimes like a wave. So also in matter is composed of particles, and particles also exhibit dual nature. They behave like a particle and also like a wave. In fact, see here, light is transmitted in or radiated in the form of waves. This was proposed by Huygens, but what Newton said is light also exhibits particle nature. To explain the rectilinear propagation of light, reflection and refraction phenomena, we know that light as a particle nature is sufficient to explain this phenomena. But see here, some experimental part goes on. See, people keep on making new experiments and all. They start observing new phenomena. So then, what came into picture is interference phenomena of light, diffraction phenomena of light, and then polarization phenomena of light. All these came into picture. Then the light, when it suppose if it is behaving like a particle, then interference of light or diffraction of light or even polarization of light, these phenomena could not be explained with the help of the particle nature of the light. So this required light to behave like a waves or light to be transmitted in the form of waves. So according to Huygens, light also exhibits wave nature, and according to Newton, light exhibits particle nature. There was a controversy. Then people started accepting that let us say that the radiation exhibits both the nature, that is particle nature and the wave nature. So when light in the form of radiation, it radiates as a particle also, and it also what you can say exhibits wave nature also, then why not a matter? Matter is composed of particles, and particles again they can also exhibit dual nature. This was what is proposed. This was what is proposed by in the wave particle duality principle. That is, particle has both wave nature and particle nature also. Means particle, any matter is having both particle nature. Matter is composed of particles, you all know it, and it is also having a wave nature. Therefore, wave particle duality stands that particle exhibits both particle and wave nature properties. So this is something. Now see, you can you recognize this figure? That is, this is light electromagnetic radiation. Electric oscillating electric and magnetic fields forms an electromagnetic radiation. So see here, they're mutually. This is a transverse wave. To explain the phenomenon of what can say polarization, this transverse nature of light is required. Transverse wave nature of light is required. So this is a picture of electromagnetic radiation. This is what you are familiar with. But anyhow, remember that light exhibits dual nature and matter also exhibits dual nature. Now, see here, if you just think, if you just look into the history of this development of what you can say, the quantum mechanics, the first to publicly hypothesize, hypothesize about the nature of the light, proposing that light is a disturbance in the element air. This was given by Aristotle for the first time. Then what he said is, however, Democritus, who was the original atomist, argued that all the things in the universe are composed of indivisible subcomponents called as particles. All the original atom. So this is something what history says. You can read it loud, and you can understand that one says that there is some sort of disturbance which is propagating, and other said that it is a particles indivisible are particles which are propagating. So first one was Aristotle, the other one was Democritus. Next is, this is something about history, but people started, as I told you, the experimentations on what you can say, different phenomena are usually happening. So people do experiments or some natural phenomena, they naturally occur, and they scientists usually are involved in doing some experimentations and make some deductions or predict some what you can say, some new phenomena out of these experiments. So Max Planck, Albert Einstein, Niels Bohr, these are all they are all famous physicists, and many others. Current scientific theory holds that particle has wave nature. So particle is behaving like a wave, and wave again has a means they simultaneously exist for matter. This phenomenon has been verified by elementary particles, but also for compounds like atoms and even molecules. Means, even element. See, you may think that only elementary particles are exhibiting wave nature. No, but even atoms, molecules, all are exhibiting wave nature. So, what is wave particle? This is the basic principle of quantum physics. In fact, the what can say, the on this postulate only, after this postulate was proposed, then only the quantum mechanics started developing. So, the wave particle duality is the principle of quantum physics. It holds that the matter and light exhibits the behavior of both particles and depending upon the circumstances of the experiment. So for explaining certain experiments, you require particle nature. For example, in case of light, rectilinear propagation of light, reflection, refraction, Compton effect, photon. See, especially photoelectric effect, Compton effect, and even I think pair production. All these require particle nature of light for explanation, especially at photoelectric effect and Compton effect. But for interference, diffraction, polarization, you require wave nature. Hmm. So depending upon the experiments which are being conducted, the nature of the matter has to be what can say manipulated in that way. Suppose if you say that it is wave nature, then all these experiments can be explained like interference, diffraction, and polarization. If you say particle nature, then photoelectric effect, Compton effect, pair production, and all can be very easily explained. But anyhow, the topic is still complex. That is, it see we can't see it, see the particle. Okay, particles also are microscopic in nature, and waves you can't see them with this one. So you can't. Okay, but the experiments have been observed. There are some observations, and even experiments have confirmed the wave nature. So we have to accept it, though it's something like what can I say, it's like mysterious to you. You may feel it is mysterious, but then still then if I have to accept, because there are some experimental proofs that electron being a subatomic particle, it is also undergoing diffraction phenomena. So diffraction cannot be explained with the help of cannot be explained with the help of particle nature. It requires wave nature only. So then electron has to exhibit wave nature. In this way, particle and wave duality has been confirmed, and it has been proposed, and in fact it becomes the basic principle of quantum mechanics. What is this here? I told you again and again, I'm telling you, with the help of the light only people start developing, that is both that is matter is also existing in two forms, that is particle form and the wave form. Light is able to function as both particle and a waveform depending upon the experiment. Okay, under these circumstances, suppose we shine it through the narrow slits and look at the result, it behaves like a wave. Under other conditions, when it shines on the metal, means first nature is I'm talking about interference experiment, and the second nature, when second I'm talking about the photoelectric effect. When it shines on the metal, the spray of the electrons that come out, light exhibits a particle nature. This means the light is having a multiple personality, means multifaceted personality, like, so it behaves like a wave, sometimes it behaves like a wave, sometimes it's behave like a particle. It depends upon the experiment in which you are performing. If it is interference, diffraction, polarization, it has to behave like a wave. It is, if it's photoelectric effect or Compton effect, it has to behave like a particle. Okay, then wave particle duality in matter. Just like light matter also exhibits a dual nature. It behaves like a particle and also like a wave. But this effect is quite obvious in You can consider about this wave particle nature only in microscopic objects, because in microscopic object, when you'll come to know, when the size goes on increasing, the wavelength associated with the wave nature of the particle becomes very very small or negligible. You may not see the effect. So massive objects exhibit very small wavelengths. Therefore, it is very difficult to think in a waveform. However, in small objects, the wavelength is observable, and it in some case it is significant too. Next, what is the significance of this discovery? This discovery has led to the behavior of the light, and it could explain what you can say, light and matter. Uh, so here, this discovery allows the behavior of the light and matter to be explained through the use of a differential equation, which represents a wave function. Which is we are going to talk about in next chapter. We are going to talk about Schrodinger's equation and all. So there you will come to know that this is a very hard of the quantum theory of for developing this equation is what you can say, heart of quantum mechanics, or a very important equation in the development of the theory of quantum mechanics. We need the concept of alternating electromagnetic fields, or waves to explain the certain physical phenomena. Interference in two slit experiments. However, in some experiments, we must somehow explain how a particle order of magnitude smaller than the distance between the slits can pass through the slits and interfere with itself. However, we cannot explain this well using quanta or particle or photon nature. Wave mechanics gives an explanation. Now, suppose if the electron diffraction, I told you that you can see the well-defined diffraction pattern of when electrons are subjected to this. What you can say, electrons are tested for whether they can get diffracted across an obstacle. Then through the Davis-Garman experiment and all, we could confirm it that the electron is having a wave nature. So then, so particle nature, like that is particle nature of matter, that is called as we can usually in case of light we call it as photon, and in general we call it as quantum of light. Sorry, quantum of matter or something like that, or quanta in plural. So also in photon is singular and photons is plural for particle nature of light. But wave mechanics has been developed with using this concept of wave particle duality. We need the concept of quanta, that is particles, photons, to explain the photoelectric effect. That's what I'm telling you. So we keep that too, and because of this, we use second mutually exclusive systems of mechanics to explain electromagnetic radiation. So this is what is unanswered, kept unanswered, is the attempt to explain the wave particle duality actually means is a key point of debate in quantum mechanics. Many interpretations exist to try to explain this, but they are all bound by the same set of wave equation, and not any breakthrough yet has been occurred. Not breakthrough yet has occurred. Okay, so